A retail giant is closing stores. Walmart plans to shut down 269 stores.
Walmart feels like the ultimate cheat code for saving money, with everything conveniently within reach. Shiny rollback signs, aisles packed with deals, and prices so low they make you second-guess your doubts. But beneath that parade of bargains, some purchases aren't just letdowns. They're engineered regrets, and millions of shoppers walk straight into the trap, week after week. Let's pull back the curtain on the hidden costs of those deals, and why what saves you pennies at the register often empties your wallet, your patience, and in some cases, your sanity. This isn't just about bad products or unlucky picks. This is about systematic design, psychological warfare, and a retail empire built on the belief that you won't notice when you're being played. And most people don't until they're standing in their living room, surrounded by broken furniture, deflated mattresses, and regret wrapped in clearance tags. The game begins as soon as you step through those automatic doors. Instantly, your brain is bombarded with psychological triggers, bright lighting, special buy tags, eye-level impulse racks, and those pull-you-in dopamine-pumping rollback signs. You feel a little rush, like finding 20 bucks in your old jeans. But here's the catch. The only winner is Walmart. Pricing tricks, bold yellow stickers, and anchor pricing aren't designed just to move inventory. They're tests of willpower. See a cereal box for $4.99 next to the house brand for $2.97? That cheap option is bait, often pricier per ounce than premium competitors down the street. Nobody double checks the unit price when the deal feels good. But the real problem starts when shoppers fall for the engineered illusion designed to keep them buying, replacing, and regretting. Walk in for milk, leave with a cart full of impulse grabs you didn't need, funded by savings that never existed. Walmart counts on it. They've studied every angle, tested every layout, optimized every sign. It's not a store. It's a behavioral laboratory, and you're the experiment. Let's break it down aisle by aisle. The first trap is the furniture, the mayonnaise disaster zone, a masterclass in regret disguised as minimalist design. Neutral colors, simple assembly, sounds like a win. But touch the nightstand, and you'll realize it's held together with little more than optimism and brittle particle board. Move it once, and it cracks. Try to assemble, disassemble, or shift across the room. Suddenly, your affordable shelf becomes a pile of splinters and dust. One reviewer nailed it. Shakes more than I do before my first coffee. Think you're smart buying cheap? These shelves outsmart you, costing triple over a year in replacement fees, frustration, and wasted time. Veterans know, pay for real wood, metal frames, or solid joinery. Even at Walmart, higher-end lines exist. The regret begins when you cut corners and ends when you realize you've replaced the same furniture 3 times in a season. You're not saving money when you're constantly rebuying. You're just funding Walmart's revolving door of regret. And here's the kicker. The returns desk knows it. Employees will tell you off the record that furniture returns are constant, but most people don't even bother. They toss the broken shelf, chalk it up to bad luck, and either buy another cheap replacement or finally wise up and spend real money. Either way, Walmart wins. The cheap furniture isn't a deal. It's a down payment on future frustration. Next up, the bathroom catastrophe, the bargain deal showerhead. You see shiny chrome finishes, rainfall promises, and high pressure features. But the reality is a daily battle against lopsided spray, leaks that mock your plumbing, and water that hits everything but you. Installed on Sunday, dripping by Tuesday, with holes drilled and packaging gone, showering becomes a passive-aggressive water park. The high pressure is just someone gently spitting on your shoulder, infuriating, time-wasting, and requiring a second trip to buy a name brand. Delta, Moen. Anything not born in Walmart's bargain bin. The lesson: don't let price dictate your morning happiness. Spend a few extra bucks and start your day refreshed, not defeated. Because what's the point of saving $7 if every shower leaves you angry, dripping, and plotting revenge on an inanimate object? Your morning routine sets the tone for your entire day. Starting it off battling a malfunctioning showerhead is a recipe for long-term resentment. And when you factor in the wasted water from leaks, the time spent trying to fix it, and the eventual replacement cost, that $7 savings turns into a $30 loss. Smart shoppers skip the gamble and buy quality from the start. Your sanity is worth more than a rollback price. The towel aisle looks soft and inviting, clouds of budget luxury. But one spin through the laundry and you're left wiping off lint with what feels like cardboard. Absorbency vanishes, softness decays, and towels age decades in minutes. Shed after shed, users walk around covered in fuzz, cursing their choices. The horror stories pile up with lines like, "I dried off and looked like I'd fought a cotton monster. Lint everywhere." The guilt keeps you using them, but disappointment is guaranteed. Avoid the sad fluff. Turkish cotton costs more, sure, but it stays plush, dries better, lasts years, and never makes you question your dignity after a post-shower rubdown. Cheap towels are false economies. Invest in a single upgrade, and the difference feels like a spa. Think about how often you use towels. Every single day, multiple times. You deserve better than scratchy, lint-shedding disappointment. Quality towels don't just dry you off. They elevate your entire self-care routine. It's one of those small luxuries that isn't really a luxury at all. It's basic human comfort. Walmart's towels rob you of that comfort and replace it with frustration and regret. Plus, when guests come over and you hand them one of these disasters, you're essentially apologizing with Textile. Nobody wants to be that host. Upgrade your towels, and you'll never look back. The illusion of organization lures thousands each day to the plastic bin aisle. You're staring at clear towers, snap-on lids, and perfect photos. Garage, closet, orderly life in a box. But buy the bargain stack, and all you're getting is chaos with a handle. Under pressure, lids pop, handles snap, bottoms bow. You dream of organizing socks, sweaters, toys, but by morning, your hallway looks like a plastic landslide. Employees confirm these bins are among the most returned items, victims of thin plastic, brittle design, and failure in the face of ordinary life. One user summed up the pain. Stacked 2 bins, came back to a plastic avalanche. The need to replace what you thought would organize makes you rethink every clearance rack purchase. The fix? Pay just a little more. Sterilite, Rubbermaid, even IKEA. Reinforced options with click-tight lids and handles that don't scream in pain when picked up. The smart shopper learns the lesson. Cheap bins cost more in shattered hopes and constant replacements. Organization is supposed to simplify your life, not add another layer of stress. When your storage solution becomes the problem, you've officially entered the Walmart trap. The worst part is the false hope. You buy these bins thinking you're finally going to get your life together. Tackle that closet. Organize the garage. Then reality hits, and you're left with broken plastic and broken dreams. It's almost poetic, except poetry doesn't leave sharp plastic shards all over your floor. Invest in bins that won't betray you. Your future organized self will thank you. Kitchen appliances at Walmart are like fast food. They sound like deals, but you're trading function for frustration. Those $14 toasters and $18 dialyzer blenders seem enticing until the first use. Motors whine, blades dull, and plastic stinks. You're left with half-blended smoothies and uneven toast. and the heat isn't distributed, so breakfasts bounce between burnt and raw. One owner of a bargain blender wrote, "Blended half a strawberry, then tapped out like it saw its own reflection. Buttons go dead, hinges snap, cords detach, and by the time you think about returning, the support line is as brittle as the casing. Constant replacement, wasted money. Buy 3, use 1, toss 2. Instead of collecting dead appliances, invest in brands with credibility. Hamilton Beach, Ninja, Cuisinart. These are true investments in stress-free mornings, because fighting a toaster is a terrible way to start the day. Kitchen appliances are tools, and bad tools make every task harder. Imagine trying to cook a nice breakfast for your family, and the toaster decides to burn one side while leaving the other raw. Or you're making a smoothie, and the blender just gives up halfway through, leaving you with chunky disappointment. These aren't just inconveniences. They're daily reminders that you tried to save money and failed. Quality appliances don't just work better. They last longer, perform consistently, and don't fill your kitchen with the smell of burning plastic. When you calculate the cost per use over the lifetime of a quality appliance versus the constant replacement cycle of cheap junk, the math is brutally clear. Spend more once, or spend less forever. The choice seems obvious, but millions still fall for the trap. And then come the air mattresses, those beds of temporary hope and permanent regret. In the store, they promise plushness, easy inflation, and restful nights for guests and campers. Reality delivers slowly leaking seams, valves that refuse to seal, and plastic so thin you can see through. Pumped full at midnight, deflated by 2 a.m., sleep becomes a contest with gravity, and guests wake on the hardwood, plotting revenge. Some have dragged their deflated mattresses back to the store as protest, but even patch kits are jokes. Sleep is sacred. If you respect your back, skip the Walmart deal and get Coleman or Sound Asleep. Welded seams, dual lock valves, and thick material that doesn't deflate after one use. The best temporary beds require you to value comfort as much as savings. Otherwise, betrayal is inevitable. Think about what you're really buying. A guest experience. When someone stays at your house, you want them comfortable, rested, and happy. Instead, Walmart's air mattresses deliver back pain, sleepless nights, and passive-aggressive texts to mutual friends about that terrible mattress. It's not worth the savings. Your reputation as a host is on the line. And if you're using it for camping, imagine driving hours to a beautiful location, setting up camp, and then spending the night on the cold, hard ground because your mattress gave up. The entire trip is ruined. Quality air mattresses exist at reasonable prices, just not at Walmart's bargain rack. Protect your sleep, protect your guests, and protect your sanity. Laundry baskets, those unassuming accessories, present themselves as sturdy, reliable helpers. Buy a cheap, lightweight plastic basket, toss some clothes in, and you're set, right? Not so fast. Within weeks, handles snap, bases warp, and laundry day becomes an epic struggle. Awkwardly hugging a cracked basket down the hallway, hoping to make it without a collapse. Employees recognize the crime scene evidence. Baskets returned by the thousands, snapped in pieces, accompanied by frustrated complaints. Chores don't need heartbreak. Durable options with reinforced handles, woven liners, collapsible designs. These work and they last. Smart shoppers learn to avoid showroom plastic and invest in hampers built for real life. Because if clothes are hard enough, you deserve a basket that isn't yet another hassle. Laundry is already one of the most tedious chores in existence. Adding a broken basket to the mix is like adding insult to injury. You're balancing a pile of clothes, trying to navigate stairs, and suddenly the handle snaps. Clothes go everywhere. You're picking up socks from 3 rooms. The basket is in pieces. And you're standing there wondering why you thought $5 was worth this chaos. It's not. Invest in a basket that can handle the job, and laundry becomes slightly less miserable. That's the best you can hope for with laundry, so don't make it worse with bad equipment. Home decor is a minefield of deceptive illusions. On the rack, clocks, frames, and wall art ooze Instagram-ready style. Minimalist fonts, gold hues, boho chic. But at home, disappointment arrives fast. Paint chips, hands fall off, and clock faces freeze or lose minutes like they're in a time loop. Employees hear it constantly. Bought last week, already broken. You want your living space to elevate you, not become a running joke to guests. The cheap frame falls apart. The canvas warps. The clock can't tell time. Drawing a clock with a marker is better than most Walmart versions. Step up just a little. Look for solid construction, positive reviews, anything built for actual use. A $3 clock that's permanently stuck at 3:47 is a measurement of regret, not time. Home decor is personal. It reflects your taste, your personality, your aesthetic. Hanging cheap, broken decor on your walls is like announcing to every visitor that you value neither quality nor presentation. And when guests notice your clock is wrong, or your frame is crooked because the backing fell off, it's awkward. You either explain the disaster or pretend not to notice. Either way, it's embarrassing. Quality decor doesn't have to be expensive, but it does have to function. A clock should tell time. A frame should hold a picture. These are low bars, and Walmart's budget decor still fails to clear them. Do yourself a favor and invest in pieces that won't betray you within a week. Area rugs and floor mats seem like comforts, but they deliver chaos. Step on one in the store. Cozy, soft, $20. Home use reveals the truth. Sheds like a nervous cat after one vacuum. Rubber backing peels off, mats slip, and the danger multiplies. One buyer wrote, "Lasted 3 days before becoming a trip hazard. Nearly took out my dog." For families, children, or the elderly, slipping hazards can mean serious injury. No slip backing, washable materials, sturdy stitching. These are worth the investment. Replacing rugs isn't cheap. Investing in quality means safety and satisfaction. Rugs are supposed to add warmth, comfort, and style to a room. They're not supposed to become weapons. But Walmart's budget rugs transform into slip and slide death traps within days. The shedding alone is maddening. Vacuum once, and your vacuum is clogged with fibers. Walk across barefoot, and your feet are covered in fuzz. Put it in front of a door, and it bunches up every time someone walks in. Functionality goes out the window, and when someone actually slips and falls, the cheap rug stops being funny and starts being dangerous. Hospital visits cost more than a quality rug ever would. Protect your family, protect your guests, and buy rugs that won't betray you. It's not about luxury. It's about basic safety and functionality. Extended warranties are Walmart's final boss of regret. At checkout, a cheery, "Want to add protection?" whispers safety. Reality. You're buying paperwork. Coverage is packed with exclusions, delays, and disappears when you need it most. Employees reveal it's the #1 regret. Customers come with broken tools, lamps, appliances, and warranties. Still walk out frustrated. Some plans exclude accidental damage. Others require shipping the item at your expense. The process is so complex that most never finish it. Spend the protection budget up front on quality, or save it for a future upgrade. Because frustration doubles when the warranty fails, and the only joy is the irony. Extended warranties are psychological traps. They prey on fear and uncertainty. What if it breaks? The answer is simple. If it's cheap enough to need a warranty, it's cheap enough to replace. And if it's expensive, the manufacturer's warranty should cover defects. Third-party warranties are notorious for fine print, loopholes, and claim denials. You're essentially gambling that the warranty company will honor their promises, and the house always wins. Save your money, skip the pitch, and invest in quality products that don't need extended protection plans in the first place. The best warranty is a product that doesn't break. And here's where the system reveals its true genius. Walmart's entire store layout and price structure is a calculated maze. Milk and eggs are tucked in the back so that you wander past impulse buys. Clearance markdowns appear algorithmically, but rarely deliver true value. Bulk items might look bigger, but cost more per ounce. Fill your cart with deals, and at checkout, you've often overspent by 25%. The Great Value brand can be solid for pantry staples, but with processed foods, you're often buying extra air, filler, and deceptive nutrition. Packages shrink but keep their price. Jars use glass curves for illusion. Even trusted national brands are modified. Exclusive Walmart models cut corners and hide downgrades in electronics, clothing, and appliances. TVs, mixers, and apparel look the same, but have fewer features, cheaper parts, and shorter lives. Shoppers rarely compare, trusting brand labels. This is where Walmart's genius truly shines. They've turned shopping into a science, and you're the lab rat. Every shelf placement, every sign, every price tag is strategically designed to maximize spending while minimizing awareness. You think you're shopping smart, but you're actually following a script written by retail psychologists. The layout forces you past high-margin impulse items. The pricing creates false comparisons that make bad deals look good. The branding tricks you into thinking you're buying quality when you're actually buying downgrades. It's brilliant, ruthless, and incredibly effective. Millions fall for it every single day. Meat and produce are a whole new level of risk. Milk and eggs pull you in as loss leaders, cheap, tempting, but designed to fuel higher margin impulse buys. Produce spends weeks in transit, arriving with lost nutrition and minimal freshness. Meat is injected with saline, pre-packed far away, often sitting on shelves too long. Fresh is a sticker, not a guarantee. Whistleblowers reveal repackaging, expired label swaps, and inconsistent refrigeration. Meat is sometimes risky. Buy ground beef at Walmart, and you may find surprise recalls for salmonella, foreign material, or mislabeling. Customers often learn the hard way. Price matching once existed to help shoppers, but now differences between online and in-store prices can run $10, $20 with little explanation or support. Returns can be complicated. Electronics, seasonal merchandise, and even basic groceries have unpredictable policies. Food safety isn't something you should gamble on. Your health, your family's health, these aren't worth saving a few cents per pound. When meat is mishandled, the consequences range from mild food poisoning to serious illness. Walmart's scale and efficiency-focused model sometimes sacrifices safety for speed. Reports of repackaged meat, mislabeled dates, and questionable storage practices surface regularly. And while Walmart isn't alone in this, their size means the impact is massive. Millions of people buy meat there weekly. If even a small percentage of that meat is mishandled, the numbers are staggering. Shop local butchers when possible, or stick to stores with better reputations for quality control. Your stomach will thank you. And beyond those aisles, the impacts ripple out. Walmart's arrival devastates local business. 5 years in, the average town sees 45 independent shops close. Once the competition dies, prices can start climbing, and studies have found monopoly area Walmart locations hiking prices up to 14%. The jobs left are lower wage, less stable, and fewer in number. Many employees rely on public assistance just to make ends meet. with taxpayers subsidizing Walmart's discount via food stamps and Medicaid, a cost of millions per store. Meanwhile, Walmart often wins property tax appeals, slashing local budgets. When a location becomes unprofitable, they close up shop, leave a ghost town, and force families to travel miles for groceries, often after driving away local choice. The economic devastation Walmart leaves in its wake is real and measurable. Small towns lose character, diversity, and economic resilience. When Walmart is the only game in town, there's no competition, no alternatives, and no leverage for consumers. Prices rise, quality drops, and communities suffer. And when Walmart decides a location isn't profitable enough, they leave without warning, abandoning the town they helped hollow out. It's a cycle of exploitation, and it's been repeated in thousands of towns across America. Shopping isn't just a personal choice, it's a community investment. Where you spend your money matters. The store is a marvel of psychological manipulation, retail engineering, and corporate tactics nobody expects. Bulk pricing, shelf positioning, packaging shrinkage, signage, all work together to make you feel smart while quietly draining your wallet. Specialized, Walmart-only versions of products are everywhere. Electronics with fewer ports, clothes with thinner fabric, food with altered formulas. The packaging looks the same, but the experience, broken, bland, short-lived, is anything but. This is the ultimate betrayal. You think you're buying a name brand you trust, but you're actually buying a downgraded imposter. The TV has fewer HDMI ports. The shirt uses thinner fabric that pills after one wash. The cereal has a slightly different recipe with cheaper ingredients, and you never notice until it's too late. Walmart leverages its massive buying power to force manufacturers into creating exclusive, cheaper versions. It's a race to the bottom, and consumers lose every time. The brand name means nothing when the product inside is fundamentally different. All this adds up. The real deal at Walmart isn't on the price tag. It's measured in regrets, wasted time, hidden costs, and the slow realization that spending a bit more elsewhere can buy years of satisfaction, safety, and real value. Smart shoppers learn to avoid the engineered traps, mass market markdowns, illusionary savings, high-maintenance appliances, temporary solutions. They prize durability, consistent brands, and, above all, the ability to choose quality over quantity. The Walmart trap is real, widespread, and incredibly effective. Millions fall for it. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. Every trip becomes a test of willpower, knowledge, and discipline. Can you walk past the cheap furniture? Can you ignore the bargain bins? Can you resist the rollback signs and impulse racks? It's possible, but it requires awareness, planning, and a willingness to spend a bit more upfront for long-term value. The math always favors quality, but the psychology favors cheap. Breaking free from the Walmart trap means breaking free from short-term thinking and embracing a smarter, more sustainable approach to shopping. So, next time you push through those sliding doors, take a moment to look past the dopamine triggers. Stop, scan, and interrogate every deal. Is it built to last? Trusted by real reviewers? Designed for more than a month's use? Or is it just another trap, ready to fail at the return window? The best shoppers know savings aren't about chasing the lowest price. They're about spending smart, shopping once, and never settling for engineered regret. Hit subscribe, share your own story of Walmart woe, and let's build a community of frugal winners. Because a true discount is one you never have to replace. Remember, the goal isn't to avoid Walmart entirely. It's to shop smarter when you're there. Know what to buy, know what to avoid, and never fall for the illusion that cheap always means savings. Sometimes, cheap just means expensive in installments. Be smarter than the system. Be smarter than the trap. And never, ever compromise on the things that matter: your comfort, your safety, and your sanity. Because in the end, those are worth far more than any rollback price could ever promise.